I was in for an hour say and far today's agenda and to us so and open guests on AM, you know. But and right, His Excellency the President Negana didn't come on in central for the didn't come on. Now when him say if you want to control the people, I have to control the media. And through the media, no, and some or they bet to Janina or the two Jan central for Subusana and Sem. A bit more Yaquam with almost 7 or more complaining, but when they will be a Yaquam with Sansam. And right, His Excellency the President, a quite of fast we in Sem now so. Obia was said you home or more than welcome fast we in some now, but in some no be one one. Na NCC so a muba a say young call capital marketing cobo bosia in TIA dear no no dear nipa be brain one and yardrin teach one my economics out pay and a professor is body or a dean University of Professional Studies accounting and finance dean como on no yardrin sans so and a Dr. George for no economist, University of Ghana, and also a research fellow. On also no dean come on a mampeni and yardin san say, Utienia cost one mampeni by on which I saw about Bosia brought $10 billion. Yeah, a domestic bonds are or then Sakwa Koshasi in Tibosia Bian, so Bosia. But the difference then they said, we are saying my Cassia, the SY and the acquire capital market, and a Honobenius can Cassia, and the Honsoyana currency no a foreign in Tinkanea City no. Etiaba from na dollar no kɔ n'anim no na kyɛ sɛ ɛka na yɛbɔ but local no deɛ no ɛnte galamsey ho nsɛm ampanin sɛ o declare state of emergency sabre a ɛnyɛ yɛ san sɛ exhaust yɛ loss a ɛwɔ no nti yɛnya abotrɛ kakra na yɛnhwɛ sɛ deɛ sikwa san so wa deploy security force no so wɔn nkɔnkɔ yɛ ho adwuma ɛmfama yɛ these two issues see asɛm ana edika wɔn sɛ ampanin kan sɛm bebree deɛ but san sɛm yi mmienu a affect obiara wɔ Ghana ha sei into ɛne galamsey no nsɛm na anɔpɛ yɛ di ho nkɔmmɔ paa but yɛbɛtoa so na nsɛm ahodoɔ ampanin de to dwan so ɛno nso yɛde atoa so Rama Kanzi akwaba
Eja
Berima akwaba
Yeah.
Now what to say?
No,
Baba so for no, very much I so.
Okay.
So for. Also for maminti we ase. Eba ne say na so Nyankopon baby a odo obi adua bia no obi so nko de ache saafo no ho no mu a eno na sustain wo mu. Say so obehwe a baby wo ho no ma bibie ni ho oye nko ano mo. Baby wo ho no ma bibie ni ho awia nko ano mo. Ndi awia no de yen o ma na ntwi. Ba be duru Ghana ha sei nso a yen ko ade ase ye obi bia Nyankopon nye discrimination
onye discriminatory but we say also boy for his pleasure and bibi oye bia ma ye sonko to bia no be unique to yes and certain and a DNA cracko DNA tester unya the same results no anywhere except you and Nyankopon abode e da opese nipa bia yi onu nyamisu edi and oboye in his image into obu hat said the okano obe omunhye da ni natural resource but mo adwen a omuso bitimi de abo mo bra obi ni po a wetima yes bi o port but omuso bo mo bra obi su ni nsuo no aye bi a dam but also be who said there's an alternative. See, because God is infinite, you know, well, infinite resources.
Okay.
There's a Oma will lucky BB. Now who said no, there's an alternative. That is one. But young Ghana and idea, so peculiarly, no, you won't know be brave.
It is BBI, yes.
It is because so sure Ghana is at the center of the world.
Okay.
Now Nyame aye Ghana senka ye be demonstrate sad no na aye indeed the center of business and the center of civilization. And when tina abrofo no eto ye din gokus no omo hu say baby a gold wo ba ha de say nya ngo na gold and kebe free gold
because ha kwere sentence ya say bibia wo ha bia no free ha na other areas nti ye de no tem bia no unique.
Yes.
Eba cocoa premium about gold.
Your gold. Normal be brave. Ghana is unique. And then I say cry. Now Ghana's education was known to be the best. Now here the pace setters of education in Africa. Yes, in Kwajiragri time, one of the things at Kwajiragri Yama Ghana in Africa was to give us the best of education in Africa. Inti Enona Akase, how do we maximize our potential? I know na to me and maximize the fullness of our potential.
I didn't hear.
A normal be brave, it be a selfishness, it be a tribalism, it be a hatred that a way you move, and I been so your comfort zone mokakra, and also count.
My dear, I'm a friend of tribalism because I'm in a chassis with a particular name, and I'm a boy.
Yes. Also, you can't tribalism. Tribes never they were families. Ghana no do na some first we a cancer. I can forward bush na phone watch.
Yeah.
And now we guns and so o 6.
Okay.
Now even Ghana a cancer ever no. Once upon a time, no more families. Okay. Because the African race no you produce out of 4 people. Kush, Mizrim, Put, and a Canaan. Pukush, popularly known as Ethiopia. Okay. And a Mizrim, popularly known as Egypt. And a Put, popularly known as Libya. And a Canaan, now the land of Israel. Or mono, 4 men. To say me wo ore ina me. 4 nipe. And Omwa wu nipa. Nti in fact a won anka di Ethiopia na Ethiopia e Bema na se for na from Ethiopians. Egypt e Bema na se for na from Egyptians. Put e Bema na se for na from Libyans. Ena yawarwa ye hwa na yawo na be produce a race called Africa. Nti ye hanom na ne families. And obi aye so ochechire man. Nti achem for na ye busua. Okay. Na ochechire man. Ena asante so echechrom abonofo echechrom man enti bonono nanka ye nation on its own, Asante a nation on its own, Ghana is a nation on its own, Ever is a nation on its own. And as I say, ye breaking barriers no ababe forming one nation so that enka Asante will not be a nation but a family in the nation called Ghana. Okay. But because people have the old mindset now, so who so you different from a friend of the tribalism, where people become conscious of their differences. Our persevere or brew obisona or Guinea or Munkwa interest. Say you are a Ghanaian or a Guinea or Guinea a Guinea into whom are Santinia and Muna or Pewasem. Now, you say we are tribal. You are conscious of that root. But now, don't care, you're back together as a family. At the end of this, is it language? Is it a culture? At the end of this, yeah, normal be brave. One of them, language. Okay. One of them, deities are no more different deities in the conflict. Because deity be a person prove superior. Yeah. So what I said. And I face in chase of lands. Got it nan to kwa bibra kon na ye say ye pensase and they be so trade wars bibra even up to today wars are cause bibra a trade so here na say Donald Trump or my say now hey a trade nti edwadie eno eka ho nti na abrofo no so ebeto aso nti mobile no hu say yes say basa we are in different states abrofo no so ebe partition here the divide and rule so nti abrofo ankasa dominance on Africa because of tribal differences and no penetrate through that nti colonization so the more effect Africa in a negative way. But now we can be say so bia Israel for Bible more different tribes but they could come under one name. It is because omo acknowledge say omo free one root omo papa ni Jacob. And Israel be a friend of Jew they are not bothered about it. Okay. They can choose to speak one language. And that is civilization. Okay. Because when we go Europe, we go Britain, they used to have different tribes. But who say no, some person form a modern nation, no more superior on the globe. Some of these pick one name. Into the word England, and it comes from Anglo-Saxon. Okay. Anglo-Saxon was a particular tribe. There was another tribe called Kencity tribe. Almost different tribes in Britain. But they chose to say Anglophone and a dominate or used and they are from England. Okay. And almost language, English. In Toko England, they speak English. Oko Germany, they speak German. But they used to have different tribes there.
In Tizenka, Ghana had Senka, a can and answer Ashanti are dominating.
Yes.
Okay.
Nanke can Ashanti.
Okay.
Sana omu develop here. And Tebra America 4G independence 1776. No. They also decided said they have to speak one language. In America for the omu election. Let me say I plebiscite.
Okay.
And the plebiscite no omu decided say you got 2 languages swaba.
Okay.
Until omu abandon English winning.
Okay.
English beat the German language by 1 vote.
No, mean adopt English.
No, I adopt English. No, to me, no, I say English. No, your mama dear, and English spelling a be a color COLOUR. No, America for you unifree or a program there double MR. No more ME no every honor. To American program now spelling ye chaso. Until they had to create English as their literature. Until more the American English or can water or Britain or in water. Until almost create say at the movie about Americans are a multiracial country or the Spanish, you were the Africans, you were the English, you were the Red Indians, you were different racial groups, but they decided say they will speak one language. And until then aboard the Western world, you know, I'm waiting me a call many saying the African countries, you know, because country be a community be a people are conscious. They say, "Mekasa, become a krum kasa no." Omunko menim. Anything a symbol in the Bible say Babylon. Yanko Professor Bromas no more different languages.
Yeah.
In any country, people you promote different languages. Now you are not ready for development.
Chama kan zo am so yeso if I yeso for ankasa so.
Okay. And the school pan or the
Bro, or the ina na ko. Any area for the tifu ina.
Very good. Yeah,
yeah. But anyway, NTC ekwem ne enko and right, His Excellency the President we there enkoye initial comment and different. Sometimes na we any panel strength and now start you.
But anyama kwa na ekokosro. Obi obeka che say spare parts in cost bi oboa. Obi obeka che say dollar no bafom no enso oboa.
They say they are number 14.
Good. Yeah. You see,
if a Bank of Ghana as at last week here, normal rate near 12.99.
Me idea bakwa. Yeah.
Yes.
Idea bakwa Bank of Ghana dear is to stop say you be use dollar or system nimu. And no dear me sure say Bank of Ghana head is doing well.
Yeah.
Apart from that, he's not doing anything because I know open dollar win be baby. Even though with the foreigners no more kromano, you can access even though dollar now wow they about kromano. So no sano yamana elukuse anke bebua dollar. But the truth of the matter is, I feel na buying spend sika.
Yeah.
I buy sika or spend. I feel na spend. So this is the time I hear the effect of it. That's the reason why the dollar is going up. No, yeah, right. John Mahama say, "Oh no, onkoji loan BNF
capital market."
Yes, but then loan be sin loan biana, skebi sin skebi. Why about 10 billion so far, and then you are saying say, "Oh, the onkoji skebi BNF baby." Is that how to? You see, NDC edu pempen so bia. Omobai for the past 9 months. What I would say is they've come out with managerial thing. Omababe managing system. No, they've not added any improvement into the system. Social and agriculture, there've not been any change. So Bekaya MPP time, your first term in office, within the year. Body
for food and jobs. No?
That is it. And no said in a year who our Ghana. The president is now trying to promise Ghanaians bill. And the promise is not the core or the quantity Ghana 4 shares or 2 Abamano. Wasamba eba be promising him bill. And to be papi be anywhere. Mechi miatra and maka say the meet the president no sure mono. A fee by yes sir and the most important thing that I was looking at for is galamsey. Now I thought so the measures be eba about betua my name so a bine ebo like or born home or but that is not what we like a no kind. So ya or say state of emergency ni we say no. Yen I mean he can't do, which is true. On to me yet because you can't go board as some. Well, me sure say now in some more comfort good board the whole and she shall match anyway say. Good board by and for no munyeska.
And now tea in a year pana or the quadrant you man or a feme galamsey cra.
That is a
galamsey no good board on a
good board in the honor.
And the old tea in casa I said there be a good board no year corner there. And opena maker. Time we wrap here could be a member of parliament or Santi Achimanoff. Okay, what can I say, Dean or say, Nanjin who full and in it is so for no, almost a union and quan and so.
Yeah,
Nanjin were full and in because the over here saw any ho. Saw said they gold board no, a galamsey, or more two musica casia and no farmer.
And that's the reason why until some time ago, and Chabia or Becca said, yeah, more funny near Juma or Moye. Into a castle, Ogu Galamse, or no one any massive. Ogu Galamse, Omquay Juma way. Ain't you know, baby, on yes, can free no, because so far no account about 6 billion that have come out of Galamse. And here besides, no, from good board. Okonya gold ni fihifa. Is it about our reserve and Okoyi be an answer saying, you see, says Kano nya na otumide dollar ne bar from kakra. And right now he's spending money. Almost 30% year and there may be project animal. So now he's trying to pay. And he said, in terms of you starting paying, you know, who was kakra said then what a damn national starting yiswa. Definitely it affects you. And he sika and no so obeka say loan and as any loan. And I'm sad to say no car a flower market be or say Chinese for no so eba. And then I ask myself, is it a free money and I say loan be now more the ABC market no and I say a grant and I say then these are some of the things that we need to go deep and ask the president. Say a ankasa internal generated fund and or the babayana. It says obi obon home day ye obi odidwa no use on one sick or day ye. And so kwaji loan dia na loan nso na eba beboa amoaye. Businessmen be agi loan. So me I don't see what is wrong with Omampeni Beka say magi loan nemo nyema we ni nam de ya eba beboa Ghana. So 10 million now so for margin then the year they need to come and account to us and tell us says kawe ya kwaji no ye di we on person can say no and back say so far no mun kwaji loan. You see
capital market and
kwaji loan. Meanwhile the other loans are wages and no ye then and no ye loan is care free I the amount. It is answer when and if say to me a quite deep near Kobisa because look I know say a lot of people wanted to ask a lot of questions. But your mom choir moment, Misa.
Obusa only follow up question.
That is
because it. Most importantly, a bus and nipa only needing come year no.
Answer a bit my
was with the two so. And or loan who semia or capital market. Akwanya buyer and our follow up question. Then what we say local ones now or my GS more than $10 billion. I can't buy within the short period. And the eye. Say the Tia Bosians in Piabosia and do drink at all the Piabosia. And so was one I teach my phone so there.
Yeah, and not bisa
cost you.
Says can a number bisa say. So 10 billion so far no margin. There the nom dia ya di ni ebehu. Unse ne me bia kwaji loan say Saudi ye adwuma mpo a. Adwuma no ye bodini ane de ye. Nse ye kwaji loan bia ye nkyere say ye the loan no ekoye we the loan koye we the loan koye. Then we will understand what exactly it is, how it is. But so far what better like track and oko. Now you can't go back and ask the president says can what the then. As unya sa kwanya ne bio. Ana menye sure say NDC fobi ba be ba bontia because say sika na o mampanika so onkoje loan no. Nia mpo ye jeje wo Ghana no kra na eyewe no. Say ne dia ye. I think that we need to ask such question because you may be or cast or be bia no. It's still boils down to the foreign way say. I say we must on beba so ya say we so beba say. So I think that we need a lot of questions to this government. Near me son say galam say no. Ya best no. Measures or say or they swan no measures in here then because answer no my any there. Me I think San Thomas Sumie.
Okay.
Me the Thomas Sumie because so to make sure say yen sooner yes say no and then yet yanya careful JWSC for Ghana Waterways for as you are here ya background so abagana
in fact say almost say an cram fan freeman on the cry a background from one region to another.
That is it.
Because so for example, water region, water lake in a whole intimate galamsey because a whole security zone, 10 years soldier for an idea. Until solely a crowd, until baby ASEAN. It's a be important so be from Togo, from water region near the best called central region. It's a central region. It's why I didn't.
In so one say call Western region, all my sense are seen even though who could be quite useful. Go Kumasi Quine Sua. In so kitten Tiananka Dawa, a serve that community no. In na say, ye didn't na ye bibi basabi. And Tiabesre, or man penny say, or sister or Juma bidia. Or mama didn't make sure say, say Jumano, and no Anna or Didi. Nanko ye bibi basabia, ye besre no. Ghana, Anna ye chichiri, or mana ye chichiri no. We need results out of it. And you say, be a ye bibia because Oman no be a bet me. And the young name pen be brain, I make us say, you're Kennedy, ni boldness or deba like or debano. It's something that we all have to learn from it. Onsura de nonsuru any business. Onsuru say, I deal with ye bet me a ye mummy enye. Now, such nipano. Ubenyan krofuko kakra bia kotra bebe no man kan bibi basa afa no
that's ye beba answer no eso na berma ye man penny komodi a on your mind no din and rat through engaging the press minim so nya adaji tie na enye de kra no pay watie SFCB na encouraging
encouraging in some way, but he had a lot of questions to answer. He did not answer the people of Ghanaians well. So, same baby no kind, be or can be also and Twasum.
Okay.
So, share CD performance. He has every right to be happy. I mean, any government, because this is something NPP and this, they are politics. Because me kai say ura Baumia and then akufo-addo and Baumia ire. Say akufo-addo they are 1 cedi $1. Meaning say it is an issue for politicians. To almost say Mahama ne atamel se buy the ababe giant for $1 4 cedis. Meaning say the NDC government one year there. Also by J the corner 14. A yadi the sheen a 14. So Tim crowd about 13 or back. I mean I need to understand or appreciate him as a politician. Say he will talk about it. So he talked about the CD now about down because the CD back down. President Sam said the actual rate is between 10 and 12.
Yes.
I think he's a good communicator, as people say. He was just trying to
be smart.
Yes. So that they see every 10, about 12, no. Now I can say, oh, they can't catch it, say between 10
and 12 on our bro.
No, 12.5.
12.
Ghana rate crowd.
Yes. But now also inflation that has gone down to I think 11% or something of that sort, from 28 to 11%. So in those unit there, I try say abano to 2 normal, but say the name say Oma manage a number of things which he has a plus in that area. But Mr. Jose, is that the real issue? Real issue are threatening Ghana for no? Is that this one? I'm not just trying to be a say be a mamienka, but Ghanaians got used to the dollar to CD exchange. You be complaining, but we are okay.
As at September, Tuesday, 11 September, now USD, no, Bank of Ghana rate, buy in there 12.0940.
Okay.
And I sell in there 12.1061, 12.1061. Bank of Ghana rate. Euro, no, echo 141773. Buying and a selling no year 141913.
Wow.
And a pound sterling no it was 163861 for buying and a selling no is 164037.
But you hear me said ne? Pound it them say yeah 2-1.
And the answer Tuesday and then Thursday. As at Tuesday within this week here. Now Bank of Ghana rates a dollar no. Buying no a year 12.0940 and then selling here 12.1061, which is 1061.
Yeah.
For
so said Americano
12 in the
I think 7 rounds.
Higher Bank of Ghana rate here. 13 plus and
yeah. Very good. Yeah. So said Americano say it is relatively a good news, but the pressing issue for Ghanaians now. Say you share the pressing issues you share yensu essay. It's a life-threatening issue.
Yeah.
You share your forest essay a life-threatening issue. Me ba what I say. And so life-threatening issue and a president won't call for a putty pressure on the then government say on declare state of emergency. A issue see and a president trying to stop Galamsey, chase some Galamsey boys. Also, obey release you. What I say? You free those people. Why? Because they are not the campaigns of Galamsey. And the question to John Mahama is, obey and sa campaigns now also omo tie Galamsey na chino. Omo ahena watch you. Omo ahena why investigation. And now we see so be making comment our TikToker or your threat or your criminal young coachino. Now omo ye campaigns of Galamsey now also omo ni young coach omo ahena watch you. Unti any of these big guns or campaigns or whatever name we will give to them omo tie the Galamsey na chi. Wo na wo tere say omo na akufo-addo nkochi omo.
Yeah.
Oba power no 9 months now no e den why. O say odemra agu akwan mu a we don't need a friend is saying state of emergency. Emra na mu ni de hen. President akufo-addo wo ho me hunu say soldier for a try any concessioner. Chrome hall for boys no me Galamsey no. I resist you. A certifier soldier for ni gina homo aye calm genja homo ntimi nyewe. What I say? Then you are telling me that these are the laws you have put in place? Or is he saying he is not aware? Well, if he's not aware, it exposes his government. That his government is not in touch with the grounds. Your government must be in touch with what is happening on the ground. Say, do we have a nation? When you have a nation that the civilian can gather together to resist the security, I want to tell you, your nation is
it's becoming scared. It's becoming scared.
So soldier for they were not going to brutalize people. They were not going to victimize anybody. They were just going on a place people have trespassed. I say, I buy some mamon coho. Now you are blocking soldier for no. You stop you almost ambush. They almost ambush the soldiers. So what try
na soldier for no or more alert
yeah, because anything could have happened.
Yes.
No, we am sure microphone kwa be fetch it.
Na microphone jubilate over Ghana army.
Do you know the anti-omonia that courage there, sir? President Mahama, NDC, to governor. I'm promise you, I'm saying, yeah, but I'm more.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, you're hearing if it's out there, no boys in the team.
Yes.
I promise you,
Yeah.
President
Yeah.
Mahama can't say on my Edoma Gumuno, or more just we go more into a bob you or money.
Oh, yes, so I can.
Penny out now. If you speak this language, now by a president now. What it tells me is what with impunity, I'm going to
so what I said, and it's serious who say me who be that say nipe dinner near jubilate over Ghana army.
And the Ama is serious here. And Yama, you're too about we and I cost one now. Quiet. Then President-elect. Now, Omo invade her. No more invade her. Electoral Commission for boxes near Shino. One country, you know. A bolding Crawford, Emma, Omo, who say, I'm penning Uncle week. I
don't know, but that is what is happening.
The President-elect.
So you can't people down at the end of the day.
Because I am man about the
yeah.
Maybe I will make me conquer the whole town.
Yes, and go back to me. But
him say, maybe you hope he said 2028 can be able to come and change the narrative. Now, you might hear for someone to say, look at John Mahama's attitude. Say under John Mahama. The friend saying the commander-in-chief
of the Ghana Armed Forces.
Of the Ghana Armed Forces. Now soldiers, ako baby. Now you threatening soldiers, no. Now soldier for him to take action. Now President bet now waka say, may you sue all laws and I won't declare state of emergency. No, it's a big question, and it undermines the integrity of the president. And it undermines the integrity of the Ghana Armed Forces, and it undermines the integrity of Ghana. Who catch them said this is a peaceful nation. Who saw chess a mincha video when go to BBC, enter video when go to CNN. Said some boys of Ghana youth were able to stop the Ghana army, and they were jubilating over the army. And you are telling me that this is a politically stabilized country? This is a country of peace. The soldiers had to surrender for peace to reign. What kind of country is that? We are not even talking about a country. Soldier for Nebia, omo yusu omo military strength, brutalize people. Nebia, what we call self-defense in society, they have to rise and maybe do be able to fear soldier. I knew so Timebo and Tinibia would defend their own. No.
Maybe soldier for no they were calm.
Yeah, they were calm. That's what I mean. Say the idea. But the president must put his feet on the ground. And no one is saying from the president, to declare the state of emergency. But when you come and say the more you know, no more soldier for me here, Juma. That's what the president. When your soldiers have been defeated and the people are jubilating over your soldiers, now a press report before the media. It tells you say he invited to the media because maybe knew I wasn't there. I would have put it before him. Because how can you tell me that your army or the security forces are doing the right thing, and right before my eyes, the armed forces have been made to surrender? Because if I'm fire, maybe I'm and they also didn't know that microphone jubilating microphones were guns, some more weapons. Yeah. And those who the army, no, it is army no fire the army now. What was going to happen? Are you getting the point? So it means we're on the verge of violence. So if this is where we got into, now president they say men declare state of emergency. Question is CSO for no, sir professors now. Almost original Doma Meti, a boy akufo-addo declare state of emergency. 2 weeks time, declare state of emergency. One declare Muntu Tiano. It is a sign that the akufo-addo is a galamsey. It's a sign that the NPP is galamsey. Where are those people?
They are all NDC people, don't you know?
Where are those people?
They are all NDC people.
Oh,
yeah, but if they are NDC people, it's about principle. It's just, I get you. Even if you're NDC, just prove your integrity. That is, and then that is the difference between the Western politics and the African politics. Donald Trump, all Bebano, in same be okay, no no this so. Or Metna Kunyaso, any BBSO, it was just a political talk. Or see on Peggy, when him say American system, no, as a Portuguese, or see on Peggy, or by no, stand on what grounds will you say that a state of emergency should be declared, and then you come to power and you change your stance.
Coming to tell us, yeah, exhausting a loss in the
So now akufo-addo, they are not exhausting in every now Sunday don't declare state of emergency. You're the same security for the age, and you're the same police, you're the same soldiers now the age, and you're not the crying, you're the same constitution, and you're the same laws, which Emran Adiabeka were exhausting. So he's just deceiving Ghanaians, and the media were just there watching him and just walking.
Sir, at the
end of the
day, follow-up questions. Because we are no react said you're okay, and maybe I wait made the military for.
But somebody else, there are a lot of people, other people could have raised that question to say no. President didn't answer you. I'm also raising the question in line with what
I agree with you. I agree with you. But it was now cancel me NDC for why?
Because someone NDC for Abra, and at this time they would have come out and say something. We are in the 9th month too.
Me more
someone are making.
Yes, I bring no mujina buy so pass different state of emergency.
Yeah.
Maybe on mine
and that's one more strike.
Yes.
Professor Jampo declared strike for such a long time.
And can I say Jampo here NDC? By is some an appointment. So
now not appointment the
not necessarily as
appointment.
Not necessarily as him as a person. Jampo took that decision as a university Utah or something. My whole association in a echo strike. Me or as an individual, I'm not bothered about that. But also now can't unions no.
He lured them into it.
They went on strike, and they are all in the same country. In country, obitus also make a strike. One declare state of emergency make a bed here. This Nippon court, they are open by we see you are okay with the country. The same activities cry Western.
No, it was one of their tactics to get this government, the former government, out of power. Now, you are the 2 minutes more, and no much minye, and no more pen, same be a car, a bit fatano. And to me, the more did those say, if you were 9th month, that's a galamsey, say ne koso, and we include in Sue, says they could I west than time and not on we demonstration on me did be brain. No, madame for big count, already, they be a no, the numbers. I say, hey, young woman. That's also what and only a pay. And to there, it's also about trauma or my mini problem. About 2 weeks ago, said a month ago, I'm a friend, I'm saying, I thought some more samba street in us about demonstration bill. No, I cool. And I'm saying, I thought some more integrity. Up to now, moon to make a say bill. Everybody is quiet, and you know. Osha, it was NDC cartel beer form and getting other people involved and they really demonstrated. The other people right now don't have the balls to come out and demonstrate. That is why we are saying it this way.
Why do you want Sankrofona to come and demonstrate? Party, MPP party, other than say Ghana for sorry, rather than maybe a political party.
No. As I said, President Becca said, that's a money jaya, a Jumabe no munkoya. Then he's not ready. You're right, John Mahama, you're ready, sir, Obama or Major, because that is where they get the gold for your kind of saying gold bought. At the moment, I came. Nanka Otono, I'm not MPP wa Bemono, Nanka Tono 13,000. Oh, by what is swab by 8,000? Yeah. The people are not now giving it to you again. Gold bond don't say now a ya hang you on them because among crowd gold, among family bill.
But on my cripple almost won't mean cotton baby. Won't mean ton baby. I know to be good there.
And you're no credit.
That'll be fine.
And you're no credit. There are a lot of.
You can't say won't mean cotton baby. What it means, they say, so who on betcho?
On one betcho, yes.
Or this all small girl.
And people will be doing that. Instead of they bringing it to you, now they are doing that. People have smuggled this gold out. So, Maye Lusu, Nyaya me then say,
Obi Michelle waka say say onuma omukoton gold ni sa boys na bottle the door ko ho no. Omo na mbrofo de mo smuggle de koto go ni ade.
Yeah, yes.
But ka say bottle the dar ko ho be ka say alumina e shame. Gold the shame.
Ya me eya me den say Ghana wakwenya so beton yen aye gold a. Ye de beton ama ye mpanifo na nkoma koton. Dance ye be ma foreigners no beba beto efi enchen nom de akoton akoyom krom ye Chinese for ebeba ha no me de na make say Ghana for mpompo kwampo na mo ye galamsey no etus kana ton de abe Ghana mpo yi a na ko mu yom tu a no masa kata so kama but ekwan yom fa so mu tu no mu jai entokro ni abon de da ho na eku nkola yenso so omo ye ndru omo de ye no omo say nso nti enchiri ma yare bi e ba beba ye so no. Look, I'm telling you, it's going to be very serious. And the Ghana buy some Bobisia, Asamba, health sector, no, Asan the Ababe Somo Yare. My question is, Sikana ye nyan in Neno. Don't we think, say, you better on the Asai Ariana? It's as now, in Solin, say, Yema memo echo wa, Omomansa, Ebinai, you know, the deformities in a Yari and Kitengeti Ebano. It's out of all this thing that is happening. And to see to me enjoy net. That's a cost to ye. That's a abandonance on the on to me declare state of emergency. It's almost too good to nom the mal good board. There, then we have a long way to go as a country.
But I say, Berman now can say, oh, Bompa is a Ken, but the end of my Ken Marish, Mamma Tom, me bar. Yeah, but because I deal with the Hosano and Yajumaketua, Galamsey, who is seven. Ohwani na no na boys ne soldier for no ye na timo say agency mu why do you trust say bass Ken baba ye Ghana man pani dia sadia to betimi atwa Franco Trading Enterprise for say menkai wo say phone so mo ton a wonim no mo guso mo ton mo di bia ba be kan phone bia ni ho we ase opa bia to wonya Franco on san so appliances to say air conditioner afi tabletop fridges on sabe can be refrigerator bia opa bia on sabe can be air condition 1.5 horsepower copim 2.5 horsepower no pa ho TV 30 inches copim 100 inches and so on sa ebe can be bia ye ton appliances na say the odom bia be kan we CCTV cameras ya no akai ahye nso e de amame main office no adabra ka on the wrong cinema na hwe animu offer 0555939311 0555939311 na Franco for be direct to be omo outlet ni bi wo na watimi akwakoto be no pa ho a ka share so call www.francotrading.com and niam ni nyina wo ho no mo a obetimi atobi number no so fra basi emfamre wo fia simple ebo no so e wo form niam nim ni se omo obi osu ebon eye osu Oxford Street omo obi wo circle eben Unauthorized afi omo obi wo Madina ha sei Madina post office okoho a onsa ebe kan mo ha twa so main station omo obi wo ho omo outlet ne door so ya no aka share so from number no 0555939311 na any Franco Trading Enterprise for any komo berma ye be kwa wie but e dey na ma wonya Ken mo arehye mu sa
o say e normal ba komienu ana me sabi ye dey can say he has a political drive. Your problem be brebeni we don't have leaders who have that political drive. Your leaders are they tell people what they want to hear. Obekan de nipa na pesoti na nipa na penasem. That is not leadership. Your problem, your to problem. We need a leader who can tell us that I am telling you this and you're there, but then the best solve your problem near then. The amount. After the tosuk, didn't any pania galamsey. Galamsey ni bebre no. Any penny boy and your mopen of the galamsey no. Because galamsey jumano a risky job. The reason why they are doing the galamsey is say omunya alternative jobs yet. And it's a winya leader. I will bet Maka say and say yes, say you're fighting galamsey. Sabayatima taking initiative say at least would the galamsey centers no. Mami nyuma bienu miensa na me encourage youth ne say omunye juma we in alternative of the galamsey na we are president now because of the idea juma no mkoya you should create a job for them because you are not creating a job for them. That's why they are doing that illegal business and you are rather endorsing it. That means you don't deserve to be there. Until your leader job creation and priority he can create jobs in these communities And that can be an alternative for the people to find what almost so almost no biane said your own every say a jumano. And say the first say he has the political will to take a radical approach. And the first say he loves the creation of jobs. Now believe in the future of the youth. Many of my say
also
Galamsey, what is the future of a Galamsey?
Any future be
Opio ye Galamsey, uni senet, uni any insurance, uni any future. Uku edmana udi dema and one no. Uwa wabusia for ubian wa abesho wabusia for. So it is a risky thing. I was working at the mines. If I tell you, Minia, become a personal experiences are you facing with them,
yeah.
And ya dear, ube encourage you as on quiet. But I put trading tino and then money nina echo ye be said on being your monsano dianade edi. Until we need a leader who can create alternative business. Meaning, how long would it take us if I said your mama buy and or think can be creating alternative businesses in the Galamsey sectors are? And now agriculture will invest to her, agri business will invest to her, and the boys will be seen it might be a how me and Cope gradually, you'll be discouraging the people from the Galamsey. But when we are all talking about shopping Galamsey, now buying the alternative job creation, not all refinery, a backbone of Ghana's economy, then what do we expect? So because you be a organic job creation, we are going to have an alternative to this Galamsey, and I believe that there's hope for Ghana.
Two messages. Now, for young concluding and sorry. So when I said humanity's most dangerous enemy is not malice but stupidity, you said the word stupidity is too strong. Kindly give me another word that can describe what Mahama takes Ghanaians for. I disagree with you, Ora Sylvester. Sorry, I disagree with you. No sir, onyenne nti eba se ope word be e dia hye ho a obenya, but why you say no na Africa. And Oguseku says we have all seen how Galamsey is polluting our water bodies and more so destroying our river fishes. What is bad and must be stopped with alacrity. You don't mark time by saying you need to exhaust all illegal steps before ending it, by which time you would have perhaps gained the whole world but lost your own soul. This is what the president's speech implies, and he should come again. Oguseku ewadamfa ena odiweba. Penny also yadase. Orama kanze 1 minute. Yes.
Sir, you can't era Kennedy wasema. Nipa oye bold. Midebia meka. Obi oye fighter, obi a unsuro hwe, obi otumi creating jobs. This is a leader that we need in Ghana. And yes, sweet talks are man for Becky Kachre anyways, Yape solutions. And now Betty or baby obi can and I mention me to away my party and me to away my party. That's not what we want. We want solutions in Ghana. Someone a bit my baby a Ghana yenim na Ghana so adani Dubai nibi. Ghana so adane London nibi. Ghana so adane Krobi subi. Send ye yensu ya fire sika ni atwa plenty kenya nenam. That we can also have a tourism sector here in Ghana. Near sorry, I want to be back kroma. Ama yensu yenyeska. Mede bia meka se kroma nyema mienu. Ana se wo wa Ghana. Edim punto ni ska beba. One is agriculture. Major thing, agriculture. Second, tourism. The other ones will come out, we see. Galamsey asema yeke. Sanka yera Kennedy aba. And maybe a webi nyuma, webi refinery view wo honum. And no even though that because look, money idea. Me yakola kete nam tese omye mine. Enya de betwam na ntwam so da. Nemum that community money na nanka yeye no. Adena yensan revisit nye ne ye. But you still need a leader that have what it takes for us to do it. Intermediate, you best say Ghana for any party ma for say at this moment I woman no yempo bi a ono so beba beye ye kro ni yi a ebema yenso yabra bo asesa 8 years ago ni a team senanke papa anke antimu ne ya coalition ya san kolusu poto ya san ba betrefie. We shouldn't be deceived. We should look out for a leader that can fight our battles for us. Media, that's the only thing I keep on telling your party ma and Ghana for. Baby, I do know ye yan sachai, ye yan sense some beba. Nye nyo bia or see onu di obey to me aye. Ye the shanning sa obey. Ono has any private life. There are no nishi. Be sense so mun na ka say nya aban we ya enye MPP abaya no wording. Meanwhile 1992 na no ka nkrofo a omobua ye party ho. Obi so ono anya bi. Eno ya so obi nso aba be ka say ono so auto basis oba ono so nya ska no wenfa. Siasa na ye ka ne de ono so nya ska no wenfa. The company ben na won Ghana.
Say why bibia my party na menka.
That is it. And so eno na chiche so nso gina simple so ka. Eno ye say no tweche ska bi ma o ma na omo contest. And then I ask myself a question. Obi kon the contest now one man is sika on found code. Are you helping the person? Obu na ye ba ben 8 years then now ye ma party police station for. Police station for so ben and nyaye. Obi nso say oba.
Agyapong.
Obeba be create adwuma ama ye aye. Yes ye mpe no na emum ndi obi beka so no nso atoka. Enre ya mo se me nka se obi aye bibia ma party. Yewra no say sansem no kra no nka bio. Cause eno kra hu hia na emum nsacha ya odi bagana no ena hu hia eno nam abonte a wo ka ho nsem obo bebie we eno na be sakra e be sesa ya yenso ya brabo e wo krum
Me da se menia. Thanks for coming. Ora.
Thank you.
Very much. So me da se production team. Ye na mo nyina mo ase. Mo amoboa ye radio from Anopa emphasize dan fama mo. Mo amutie ye nso ye da mo ase. We say mo antie na mo anhwe a adwuma no eni ho se de ye nyina ye hwehwe no no. Wono mo e wo studio ha nso ye emphasize da emo na mo amwo MCR nso ye na mo ase. Me be di animu. Me di e de ya amufa bo ache mesra sofo a ya na mo sre ka se mo wodi ansa mo di yura ken beba o eduru kwasi ada memenda e na afi ni fiada no a asafo ma wo moto aba no mo ba mo asore dem o na mo asofo no so mo kasa mo tie chen ye no sanse de sofo aka no eno na ebem tie osofo asore bia wo mu a eye wani so ade hunu se ora ken mra medical na nim no identify polling station for easy which me identify wo mu na won so ene wo mo nkasa se mo ye ne sa ebeboa ama opani no ani so ade hunu ene soma nyankopon de asoma mo ba ka kire Ghana for se ono ene the next president no etumi aba medin e de ya amfa bo chinyame ya mo channel pa ebihia akra